Danny Tracy.
I'm Susie Fry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Susie. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Thank you so much for coming.
I'm excited.
Good. So before we get started today, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have any injuries, limitations, surgeries, anything I should know about?
No surgeries, but a little back trouble.
Doctor ever say you should not play golf?
No.
And tell me a little bit about your sports history. What other sports have you played? What balls have you played?
I played softball, and I'm a cheerleader, and I've ridden horses.
Good. Because there's some of the things I can relate to softball that we can relate to golf.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that should help. Horses. And what kind of workout, do you do any kind of workout or any kind of stretching or any kind of...
I take water aerobics
a
couple times a week, and I use my treadmill once or twice a week.
Good. And tell me a little bit about your golf history. How long have you been playing golf? Approximately.
Approximately 20 years.
Okay. And how often do you play?
Twice a week, maybe. Sometimes 3 times.
And do you practice? That doesn't mean warm up. I mean, go to the range and work on your game.
No, I don't.
No practice. Okay. And do you carry a handicap?
Yes, 21.
And who do you play with?
Mostly I play with my girlfriends, and I play with our ladies association.
Okay. And just so you play in their member club champion?
I do. I play in all the events, and I used to be really competitive, and I had a lower handicap. At one time I was a 12, but I seem to have gotten up to a 21, and I'm struggling with my game.
And so why golf?
I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
So let's always keep that in mind.
Okay.
So all about having fun. It's about having a really, really good time.
Okay.
Tell me, Susie, for you, when you hit a great shot, you're going to feel all 3 of these things, but one's going to stick out a little bit more than all the rest. Do you like to see it? Do you like to hear it? Or do you like to feel it?
I think I like to feel it. If it feels good, it usually has been a good shot, and it makes me happy.
Great. And tell me, when you, and this seems like a silly question, but it just helps me know how you learn a little bit. When you go to the grocery store, do you make a list?
I do.
Okay. And do you remember to bring it?
I do.
Okay. And are you, do you still work?
I do.
What do you do?
I do accounting work at a desk.
So it feels good to get out on the golf course?
Yes. It's different than being
Clears
in the
your
office.
mind.
Yes.
Good. And tell me, how'd you hear about me?
A friend of mine was taking lessons from you, and I watched her game improve, so I thought I need some help, so I'm glad that I could meet you and take a lesson.
Not a problem.
Picture taken.
And tell me a little bit about your clubs. Do you like these clubs? May I look
do.
at them?
Yes.
And how long have you had them?
About a year and a half.
They're in great shape. The grips look good. Women's senior. It's a regular flex.
Right.
Good. This will work great for you. You love them?
I do.
Okay. You gotta love your clubs.
I do love them.
Okay, great. So before we start, I would like to just do a little checking on your body. So put your club down and just stand and look at me. Okay, and then turn your head. And then turn your head the other way. Put your hands out. Okay, down and out. Hard. Pretty good. All right, not bad, not bad. Okay. And so we're gonna, I highly suggest this. So any kind of warm up, stretching, yoga, any of that kind of stuff you can do just for quality of life is very important, because as we get older, things get really tight.
Right.
And we are going to use this training aid here, and this is really not a golf club. It's not meant to hit the ground, but it really loosens you up and it simulates the golf swing. And I feel that the golf swing is all really about balance, rhythm, and tempo. And this helps you find that.
Okay.
So, but the for sure thing that we don't want to do is hit the ground with it. So I'm going to have you come down on the club a little bit, put your golf grip on there, and get into your golf stance, and just swing from knee to knee. And notice I've kind of lifted up a little bit. I didn't do this, but I just sort of straightened up my back a little bit to take it off the ground. And I'm going from knee to knee, and I'm keeping my head focused on this little acorn here. You start there. I'm not flipping my wrists.
Okay.
I'm taking this Y and sticking it from one side to the other. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then I'm going to go a little bit more. So I just go halfway with my arm, and notice my thumbs are up in the air. So I say
Yes.
thumbs up, or look at this, chin, shoulder, ball, chin, shoulder. So as soon as your shoulder hits your chin, you're done. Make an L. Do you see the L?
Yes.
That's all we're doing. We're not making the full swing, and I'm not taking it behind my head. I'm just doing that. And then notice my right arm is going right out to my target. You see that? It's not collapsing.
Yes.
Can you sort of see a circle I'm creating?
I can.
The golf swing is like a big circle, like a huge Ferris wheel. And then after we do that a couple times, I'm going to have you do the full swing. Take it up. Now we don't want to swing too hard, because if you swing too hard, watch what happens. It's going to swing you out
Whoa.
of the
Oh, so that must be heavy on the
This is
end.
kind of weighted, yes.
Okay.
So what this does is it helps you find your rhythm, tempo, because we can only swing so fast, and then it's too fast. So
Right.
this will help you find that.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get this out of the way.
Oh, it is heavy.
It's a little rubbery and a little heavy, so I'm going to have you come down on the club a little bit, because I don't want, we're going to make it shorter. So get into your stance, how you would normally stand to hold a golf club.
Okay.
There you go, and then straighten up your back a little bit, and then we're just going to do wide to wide. Not very big, knee to knee, nice and small. So there's the bottom part of the wheel that we're making, the big Ferris wheel.
Right.
Get that? And then we're going to go a little bit bigger, and you're going to take it up, thumbs up. There you go. Make an L. Make an L. There we go. Make an L. Not too far back, just make an L on this side. That's it. That's as far as you're going. And the right arm is getting nice and straight. That's good. Keeping your head focused right here. That a girl. And then when you're ready, I want you to take the full swing, not too hard. Good. Excellent.
I can feel like this is stretching. You know, I feel like I don't know what the word is, but it's loosening things up.
That's right. Okay, good, good. So this is a great warm-up drill for you to do before you go out on the course.
Okay.
And it helps you find your balance, rhythm, and tempo. Because if you swing it too hard, you're going to be out of balance, right?
Right.
Okay.
I see that.
Good. Good. So, why are you here today? What can I do for you?
Well, I have lost a lot of distance. I used to be able to hit my drive maybe 175, 180, and it seems that in the last year I've lost a lot of distance, and I feel like I'm not even hitting the ball 150 yards. So I'd like to find out why I've lost distance and how to get it back.
Okay, and why do you want to know that?
Well, I'd like to play better. I'd like to score better. I'd like my handicap to go down
Okay.
where it was, or at least not be a 21. I'd like to be.
Okay, so
better
do you
than
think hitting your driver longer is going to help that?
I do, because I can't reach some of the greens in regulation anymore. I
Okay.
used to be able to, and now I can't. So I'd like to.
And what's your normal ball flight? What usually happens when you hit the ball? Are you left? Are you right? Are you straight? Or
You know, I am pretty straight. I feel like I'm pretty straight. I just don't get the distance. So I'm just not getting the distance.
All right. And do you have a mantra that you say to yourself that keeps you in rhythm? Do you have something that you say?
I try to say tick tock so I don't go too fast.
Okay.
Um,
Good.
I heard a friend of mine doing that years ago, so I don't know.
All right, good.
I really take that.
So what we would like to do, we're going to set a goal, and then I'll have you aim for this furthest flag right there on the left. You see that?
Okay.
Not this one, but that one up
Okay.
there. And I'm going to have you hit 10 balls.
Okay.
And I would like you to rate those balls for you. If it's a good shot and you felt it, you felt the club hit the ball and it's pleasing to you, I want you to give it a 10 or a 9.
Okay.
And if it's a bad shot for you, we just go right here. I want you to give it a 2.
Okay.
Don't be hard on yourself, though.
Okay.
If it's a good shot for you, I want to know it.
All right.
All right? So here's your club.
Thank you.
Warmed up. And I've kind of already set you in the direction that you need to be.
Okay.
And we're going to do 10 balls.
This would be nice to have out on the course.
Yeah. Well, it's a great, those are practice directional sticks.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
they're only like $5, so you can get them and you can stick them in your bag, and they're really good for a lot of different reasons, but I like it for this one here. So, and I don't know how high you normally tee up your ball, but
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing it was. That's the thing. Right here.
That's good.
Okay. Now swing back to here, and then swing forward.
How about that?
Yeah.
I would say about a 5.
Okay.
I'm just looking for something to hit straight.
6. A little more distance, but not enough.
Straight.
5.
Oh, yeah. Don't turn my shoulders.
5. Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Oh, good. Didn't feel good. Maybe a 4.
One more swing.
2.
Is that something that happens?
Once in a while.
Okay.
It does. Yes. And also once in a while, if it doesn't go straight and it doesn't do that, it goes left.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Like that.
Okay.
So I hit it, but it wasn't where I wanted to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going where I wanted to
Last
go.
one.
Okay.
I've never seen that before. Yeah.
Better. Like a 6.
Okay. All right, you have a great swing. All right. There's some things I think you've probably been told, but you've forgotten.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna just show you a little bit of it. Okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
Thank you.
So
Come in, but I pulled it off.
the setup is huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So the athletic stance and the setup is very, very important. So I want you to set up to this ball again for me, and I'm gonna show you something.
Right.
So set up like you were doing when you hit the ball.
And then I do that, and screw. Because I keep aiming.
Okay. Just gonna test something.
Okay.
I'm gonna push on you.
Okay.
I'm gonna push on you. All right. So notice how you're falling back.
Yes.
All right. So that means your weight is not on. It's too far
Forward?
too far on your heels. You want to be
Oh.
more on the balls of your feet. So I should not be able. It's just like volleyball, basketball, tennis. We're here. Golf has an athletic stance as well. Doesn't mean I want you all squatty, but I do want you to have your weight on the inside and on the all of the inside of your legs, not on, or on your feet, not on your heels. Okay. So set up again
Okay.
with being a little bit more. You know where your pads of your toes, your big toe is,
Yes.
and those pads down
Yes.
below. I want you to kind of push on there a little bit.
Okay.
So now I'm going to push on you. And don't you feel stronger? already
Yes,
in
I
that
feel like I'm
position?
on the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
So also I'm going to show you something. I want you to stay in this position and just stay in your position and just let the club go so I can have it. Let it go. So notice you're playing the ball right in the center of your stance. Pretty
And
center.
to me, it feels like it's on my left foot.
But it's
From the
not.
center?
It's,
Okay.
It's not. So look, I have the stick set up, so stand in front of me. So notice, now, it's off the heel of the front foot. This is the longest club in your bag, so that's why we want to play it a little bit more forward.
Okay.
So if I do this, now it's in the center. It might look like you're playing it and you had your hands a little bit more forward, but you're still playing it in the center of your stance. And I would rather have you play it just a little bit more here.
Okay.
So how I do that is I put my feet together and I wedge out my toe a little bit, just a little easier for me to, you don't have to, but I just do this. I don't lift my foot up, I just wedge out just a little bit and I step to the right.
Okay.
And that way when I put the club down, it's definitely playing more off the heel of my left toe.
Okay.
Does that make sense
Yes,
to you?
it does.
Okay.
Because I was going to ask you, when you don't have the training tools, how do I
Okay,
find
let me
that?
show you. I'll show you.
Yeah.
So let's say we're just doing this.
Okay.
So my feet are together. I'm lined up towards my ball, put my left hand on the club.
Okay.
And I kind of bow. I don't lock my legs back, they're just sort of neutral. And I'm at about a hand's width from right here. You want to
Okay.
see how my hand is right here?
Right.
And you can look at me from behind. Look at me from down the line. So notice I'm not like this,
Right.
but I just kind of right here.
Okay.
My foot out, step to the right. And I kind of waggle and get my feet in there, finding my weight. You know, when you watch the LPGA on tour, you see them moving around.
Right.
They're getting set.
All right,
And
I can
notice I'm
see.
not way out here. I'm right here. It's playing. And if I had an emblem on my shirt, which like you do, that ball is lining up here with your emblem.
Okay.
Okay, so that's another way of
That's a
checking it.
great trick. I like
That's
that.
right.
Okay.
Okay, and also in golf we hit through the ball. And when you were swinging the Orange Whip trainer, did you felt that pulling you all the way around?
I did
right?
feel it pulling all the way around.
So your whole chest, your belly button, everything needs to get all the way over here. And you need to hold that finish. You're posing for the cameras. You want to swing all the way around. Watch. So my chest, my belly button is left of that flag out there, but the ball is going to the flag. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's $500 rent for our stall.
So that's what we need to do there. And I would like you to get behind every shot and kind of give yourself, look at your target. Having a target is really, really important.
Okay.
Your brain is like a little computer.
Okay.
And we want to have that in mind when we're setting up. I'm going to take these away now. Getting back behind the ball, looking at your target. And how I do it is I address the ball like this. I look at my target, I kind of square up to that. And your ball will be at the target, and your body and shoulders will be left of the target.
Left of the target.
Right.
Okay. Left
It's
of
like
the
railroad tracks. So, meaning this. So here's one railroad track, going to the ball, going to the target. And your shoulders are left of that. So here is the railroad track.
Okay.
Your body and your shoulders are here.
Okay.
And the ball is at the target. Okay. Then the follow through is everything. Taking it up here, and I notice that you're a little bit collapsing. All right. So let's take less of a swing a little bit. Let's just take it right here and get really strong.
Okay.
And then rotate back around and put it. Sometimes in golf, less is more.
Okay.
All right. And what I mean by that is we're going to let the club do the work. Right? A lot of times we think, wow, if I wind up really far and wide, it's going to go further and longer. But that's where that wing comes out because you're
when
trying.
I pull it left,
That's
where
right,
that
because you're
comes
pulling
from?
it so
Okay.
fast that you haven't even gotten a chance to get square to the ball, and you've already come up and you're over
Okay.
here.
Okay.
All right? So let the club do the work.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. Nice, smooth tempo. And I like your tick-tock. Let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right, so we set up a little bit more in an athletic stance and a little bit stronger. And tick-tock. Finishing and holding this finish. Dirty toe. I'm not back
Dirty
here,
toe.
and I'm not collapsing right after I hit the ball. And no, that didn't work. You really got to swing that club all the way around and finish. Okay?
Okay.
So let's try that. Let's take 10 more balls,
Okay.
and with those little tips right there, see if we can do that a little better.
Okay. Thank you.
So tell me what what we're going to remember, what we're going to learn.
I am going to line up.
So I would start with your feet together first.
Yes, I start with my feet together first, and then I kind of edge my left foot towards my target and take a step to the right.
There you go, that's good.
Okay, so that way I've lined up on my left foot, and now it looks different, so I know I must
Right,
have been
and
doing it
notice
wrong.
how your emblem of your shirt is right
Yes,
with the ball.
my emblem is right there with the left.
That's right. Good. So I just want you to take it up to the top for me and stop. Good. So I'm going to just put you right here. This is a very big position of strength
Okay.
right here. And this is where I think you've lost your distance a little bit because this
Okay.
takes you out inside the circle that we're trying to make, and this is a nice big circle. Does that make sense to
Yes,
you?
it does.
The circle is huge, right?
Okay.
You can sort of see that. But when I do this, it kind of brings you inside, and then you kind of got to cast it around.
Okay.
Here, pull it all the way around.
Okay.
Right? Do you like that?
I do like that.
So take a couple practice swings that way. Good.
Okay.
Keeping your head at the ball.
It feels very different, so
Yeah.
I think I must have.
You're right. Rotate. There you go. Holding that finish. I'm coming. That's what I'm looking for right
Oh,
there.
and
So
I'm-
that's dirty toe.
Dirty toe.
So we're going to get the tip of our shoe
Dirty toe.
dirty.
Okay.
So take another. Here, we're going to do the tees. Oops. Oh, here, there. So nice and easy.
Dirty toe.
There you go. Great. All right. So set up to that tee. Feet together first.
Okay.
The club down.
And then I take a step to the right.
Right. We've got a nice distance right there. Put it
And
down
I've
on
got
the
my
club.
emblem lined
Good.
up with the T.
Slow and low on the takeaway. Tick, tock.
Tick.
Okay, I want you to knock that tee out.
Okay.
And I'll watch where the ball goes.